Arizona, famous for its rugged beauty, scorching deserts, and stunning sunsets. It draws you in, makes you think it's all wide open spaces and endless sky. But you have to remember something. The desert, it holds secrets. Beneath its breathtaking landscapes lies a hidden world. A world of restless spirits, chilling mysteries, and haunted histories. We're gonna explore the dark heart of Arizona, the places where the veil between this world and the next wears thin. Stay with us as we uncover the spine-tingling tales of Arizona's 10 most haunted places. Brace yourselves. Our journey begins in Jerome, perched high atop the mountains. They call it the wickedest town in the West. It's a town that's seen it all, booms, busts, and more than its fair share of tragedy. And at the heart of it all stands the Jerome Grand Hotel. This ain't your typical Grand Hotel, though. Back in the day, it was a hospital, a place where miners broken and battered from the depths of the earth came for help. But for some, there was no escape, not even in death. Now the halls echo with more than just memories. People report seeing things, shadowy figures moving in the darkness, a phantom nurse pushing an invisible gurney. Some even say they've heard faint cries coming from the old elevator shaft.
I've stayed at the Jerome Grand Hotel, and let me tell you, it's an experience you won't forget. The atmosphere is heavy, like the past is still alive, just waiting to reach out and touch you. One night, I saw a shadow figure at the end of the hallway. And those cries from the elevator shaft, they're real.
Our next stop takes us to Tombstone, a town synonymous with the Wild West. Gunfights, saloons, and a whole lot of grit. And in the heart of it all stood the Birdcage Theater. They say if these walls could talk, they'd scream. This place was a 24/7 den of vice, a place where fortunes were won and lost, and lives were taken with chilling regularity. It was a powder keg of emotions, fueled by greed, desperation, and booze. Now imagine that energy, that raw, untamed energy trapped within these walls. It doesn't just disappear, folks. It lingers, it festers, it transforms. Visitors and staff report hearing things you can't explain. The clinking of poker chips, the ghostly strains of a piano, even the sharp crack of gunshots. Think about it, sudden death, violent ends. Their energy is imprinted on this place.
As a historian specializing in the Wild West, I've spent countless hours at the Birdcage Theater. The stories you hear, the things you experience, they're not just tales.
We're heading south now, deep into the heart of copper country, to the historic town of Bisbee. This is a town built on copper, and rising above it all is the Copper Queen Hotel, a grand old dame with a history as rich as the ore that built this town. Stepping inside is like stepping back in time. You can almost hear the echoes of laughter, the clinking of glasses, the murmur of conversations long gone. But some guests say the Copper Queen's past is a little too present. They say this place is home to 3 distinct spirits. A woman in a Victorian dress, her sorrow palpable, a young boy full of mischief, and a man forever puffing on his ghostly cigar. Guests report waking up to the scent of tobacco smoke or the sound of children's laughter echoing down the hallway.
I've stayed at the Copper Queen Hotel, and the experiences I've had are unforgettable. One night, I woke up to the smell of cigar smoke, but there was no one there. Another time, I heard a child's laughter, clear as day, but the hallway was empty. It's like the spirits are just part of the hotel, lingering in the corners, sharing the space with us.
The Domes of Casa Grande, whispers from the desert void. Get ready for this, folks. We're heading to Casa Grande, to a site that seems ripped straight out of some sci-fi flick. I'm talking about the domes, these massive concrete structures that look like they don't belong on this planet, let alone in the middle of the Arizona desert. Locals will tell you stories, whispers of strange rituals, shadowy figures moving in the darkness. Some say it's a hotbed of paranormal activity, a magnet for the unexplained. Paranormal investigators have been all over this place and they've picked up some seriously creepy stuff. The Domes of Casa Grande are a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Yuma Territorial Prison, where the guilty still suffer. Prisons are inherently unsettling places. They hold the echoes of pain, despair, and regret. And Yuma Territorial Prison, let's just say it's got a reputation that precedes it. This was the end of the line for Arizona's most hardened criminals. Imagine the worst of the worst, locked up in these sweltering cells, baking under the desert sun. Death was a constant companion here. Now it's a museum, a stark reminder of a brutal past. Visitors talk about feeling cold spots, an oppressive atmosphere like someone or something is watching them. Some even claim to have felt phantom hands gripping their shoulders, or heard the agonizing cries of long-dead inmates echoing through the cell blocks. The Orum Theater. There's a certain elegance to old theaters. The velvet curtains, the ornate balconies, the hushed anticipation of a good show. But beneath the glamour, there's often a hidden history. And at the Orum Theater in Phoenix, that history includes a spirit named Maddie. Now, Maddie's not your typical ghost. They say she's a friendly presence, a playful spirit who enjoys the company of the living. People have reported seeing Maddie up in the balcony, her laughter echoing through the empty theater. Some say she's waiting for a show that ended decades ago, forever trapped in a loop of anticipation and applause. Hotel Monte Vista, Flagstaff, a town nestled amongst the pines, known for its fresh mountain air and stunning views. But there's another side to Flagstaff, a side that's shrouded in shadow, and at the heart of it all is the Hotel Monte Vista, a place where the living and the dead check in, but only the living ever check out. Built in 1927, the Hotel Monte Vista has seen its fair share of history. Celebrities have graced its halls, gangsters have sought refuge within its walls, and some say their spirits never left. Room 306, remember that number. It's said to be haunted by a couple who never got to enjoy their honeymoon. Guests report seeing them staring out the window, locked in a ghostly embrace. The London Bridge, Lake Havasu City. You heard that right, folks. The London Bridge, the one and only. It's not in London anymore. It's here in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And guess what? It brought its history with it. Think about it. That bridge stood for centuries, witnessing everything from coronations to executions. People report seeing apparitions on the bridge, shadowy figures in Victorian garb. Vulture Gold Mine, Wickenburg. It's the lifeblood of many a boomtown. It brings riches, prosperity, and sometimes a whole lot of darkness. Vulture City, a ghost town now, but back in the day, it was a hive of activity fueled by the promise of gold. But where there's gold, there's greed, and in Vulture City, greed had a body count. Thieves were hanged, their bodies left as a warning to others. Now, the spirits of those unfortunate souls are said to roam the ruins. The Grand Canyon, spirits of the ancient abyss, a natural wonder of the world, a place of breathtaking beauty and unimaginable scale. But beneath its majesty lies a darker side, a history steeped in mystery and loss. For centuries, people have been drawn to the Grand Canyon, and for some, their journey ended tragically. Hikers who lost their way, adventurers who met untimely ends. Their spirits, they say, linger. Park rangers report seeing phantom campfires flickering in the distance, only to vanish upon closer inspection. Arizona's beauty hides more than meets the eye. From the eerie silence of abandoned hospitals to the ghostly whispers echoing through old saloons, we've journeyed into the heart of its haunted history. From ghostly apparitions to mysterious whispers, its haunted locations remind us that the past is never truly gone. The energy of those who came before us, their stories, their tragedies, their joys, it's all imprinted on the very fabric of these places. Which of these stories will keep you up tonight? Or is it possible you might uncover your own haunted tale the next time you visit the Grand Canyon State? Like, comment, and subscribe for ghostly tales.